What is going on? It's your boy DG. Welcome back. It's been a while, but you know what we're going to break down today? We're going to break down how to overcome the F word. Now, before we break it down, you know the deal, you know the routine. Make sure you hit like, make sure you hit subscribe. Send this to someone who uses the F word a lot. Send this to someone who talks about their fears all the time. But let's break down really what fear is. Fear is nothing more than you forgetting your divine nature. That's all it is. This is the forgetfulness of the universe within us, forgetting what we were. So you're afraid of one of three things: not being enough, not having enough, or not doing enough. So not doing enough comes in the form of overachievement. Not having enough comes in the form of what we call a impoverished mindset. And not being enough is what we call shame. So when you start understanding that everything in life is waiting for you, literally, you can be and do anything that you desire, but the only thing that stops you from it is fear. When we start understanding how manifestation works, we have the spiritual plane, the mental plane, the physical plane, right? Spirit, mind, body. Spirit is what's creating everything, using the mind, using the body. Our thoughts, our emotions, our actions are the same three planes now. We have to think about what it was we wanted. That was the intention. We had to feel, and then we had to act. In between feeling and action is where fear lived. When we start understanding that life is nothing more than a template, a canvas for you to draw on, we're usually afraid to say what it is we want to draw, but then more importantly, we're afraid to act on it. So the key to finding your fears is first figuring out what it was that you wanted, and then acting like it, like you already had it. Oh, you want more money? Act like it then. Oh, you want a bigger house? Act like it then. Oh, you want that new job? Act like it then. When you act like it, that means there's no fear. But if you can't act like it because maybe it feels hard, or it's like, how am I going to do? That tells you that there's a fear. And those fears are going to be one of those three things that I named. The fear of not being enough, the fear of not having enough, the fear of not doing enough. So how we combat fear is to bring awareness to what the fear was. Now that we know it's one of those three things, we can check the box and move past it. Well, what about shame? What about guilt? It's not shame and it's not guilt. Because shame and guilt wouldn't have power over you if you weren't afraid of feeling shame and guilt. So how we combat our fears and how we overcome them is we learn their names. See, when I had my plant medicine ceremony with ayahuasca, Mother Aya presented my fears in the form of a snake. And the snake was coiled up, and it was wrapped around, it was slithering all through me. And she said, do you want to overcome your fears? And I said, yes, I want to overcome them. She said, then act like it then. Go and grab the snake and pull it out. But I was too afraid to grab the snake. She said, the only way you're going to overcome it is to grab it. Meaning, the only way we can overcome our fears is to become aware of them and to face them. And here's what ends up happening. When we stop running from our fears because we are aware of what they are, now the fears become afraid of us. And this, my friends, is what we call empowerment. Empowerment is when the fear, the snake, is trying to get away from you. When the snake is going towards you, that's what we call fear. So ask yourself in this moment, am I really ready to grab the snake by the tail? If the answer is yes, then act like it. When you start to realize you can do anything, as long as you're willing to act like it, the only thing that was stopping you was your own fears. And here's the beauty of it. Fear's not out there. Fear's only in here. So it's less about getting to the root of your fears, and it's more about understanding what the root was attached to. It was attached to the leaves of not being enough, not having enough, not doing enough. If you can find where those roots were, maybe it was something happened in your childhood. Maybe it was a breakup. Maybe it was neglect or abandonment growing up. You'll know why that shame and guilt came up. It was because of the fear of feeling it. If this video resonated with you even that much, go ahead and click the link in the description and get yourself signed up for the Conscious Evolution Community membership. This membership includes weekly power hours with me, live question and answer, where I will break down some of the deepest, most esoteric teachings, as well as healing modules to help you to live the life that you've been destined to live. There's a community within this membership that is waiting for you with open arms. Get yourself signed up. It is literally the Netflix of personal development. It will change the trajectory of your life. I look forward to seeing you in the Conscious Evolution community. And as always, keep going.